Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up so that you can be notified with that bell. Okay, so if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. I'm gonna wait for a couple of seconds. Come on in. This is your girl gardening at the root, okay? Where I am your gardener extraordinaire, where we on our channel teach about gardening. We teach about self-sustainability, how to build tents. We do it all, baby. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a few tips to get started with the fall garden and a winter garden. It all depends on what growth zone you in. So we're going to get started with some great and amazing tips for you. And if you have some tips for new gardeners that's just getting started, or the old gardeners, or the seasoned gardeners, or the paprika gardeners, put it in the comments below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and let's get started. Okay, I am back. Okay, all right. And I'm just enjoying the sun, of course. So, as you know, fall is coming in where some people live. Winter is coming in. So tip number one, what you want to do is you want to start going around your garden. You want to start to take a look at things that need to be pulled up. If you want to start working on pulling weeds up, this is the time with tip number one. This is the time where you want to kind of take a look at what you're working with, okay? You want to go ahead and start working on pulling up your weeds. You want to start going ahead and emptying out your containers that you're going to use for your garden. This is the perfect time where this will actually work out for the best, because what you want to do as a new time gardener, or even an old time gardener, if you have been gardening in the summertime, you want to start to get yourself organized. So tip number one, and I'll make sure I put it in the comments down below, okay? So just in case you forget, you can rewind, fast forward, and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So tip number one is go ahead in your garden. You're going to take a tour. So you want to make sure you take a really good tour around your garden and really see, again, what are some things that are dying and it's actually time to pull up, because the fall is coming. The leaves are falling. It's going to be so beautiful, okay? If you live in a growth zone where the seasons are changing, okay? And this also will work for people who still have the same weather. This will actually work for you as well, okay? Tip number two. Are y'all ready for tip number two? Tip number two is go ahead and get organized. Organizing to some people seems so vague and so simple, but organizing can be the detrimental detail of your garden. When we talk about getting organized, we're talking about go ahead and line up your buckets, or what are you going to use, getting all of your gardening supplies, okay? Getting all your shovels and your rakes and everything that you need for your garden. This is the time where you want to get all the tools that you need and organize, okay? Organize is really going to help you. Organizing, once you start your fall garden, you'll be able to have everything that you need, okay? So tip number two is organization. We got to get organization right. Organizing my garden has definitely saved me time and energy, and also being in this beautiful sun. And you just don't want to burn. Who got time for to be burning over there in the sun? I don't, okay? Tip number three. Tip number three is also very important. You want to make sure that you know what you want to grow. This is the perfect time before the fall season starts to really sit down and make a plan. You heard what I said? Make a plan. Okay. You want to make a plan and figure out what are some things that you want to plant, whether it's squash or zucchini or pumpkins or lettuce or whatever the seasons are changing that you want to grow, that you didn't get a chance to grow last year, that you want to decide to grow this year, okay? So tip number three is finding out what you want to grow, okay? You want to make sure you have everything that you need. And that was tip number 2. Remember, we said get organized, okay? And tip number 4, get those seeds, okay? This is the time where you want to go around and you want to look at different websites or what kind of seeds that you want to buy, okay? So if you want to go on Amazon and different websites that you want to go on, make sure that you look around. No one says that you have to buy seeds from one particular company. I like to go on different websites and order different seeds, because not all one website sometimes have the seeds that you want. You want to also make sure that you pick as many seeds as you can, okay? Because we can always remember, save the seeds for next year. Okay. Tip number 5. Okay. And that'll be our last tip. And we're just going to talk about some other things. Okay. But tip number 5 is also know your growth zone. That is one very important thing that you need to know, is what is my growth zone? Okay. That should have been tip number 1, but oh shame. But tip number 5. Okay. Know your growth zone. Okay. This is very important because everybody lives in a different climate, and you want to make sure that you know what growth zone that you live in, okay? Growth zone is very important. It teaches you what you're able to grow and what you can't grow in your growth zone, okay? So these are important, very important factors that you want to learn what your growth zone is. And I would definitely do another video about your growth zone, and we'll get down into details. Okay, and we can figure out what your growth zone is, what you're able to grow, and what kind of soil. So again, you want to make sure those simple tips. You want to make sure that you get all of your supplies together, where it's soil, whether it's the shovels, pans, or whatever you need for your garden, okay? Before you turn your garden over to fall, you want to make sure that you get a handy dandy notebook or something to write down, to be able to really see, okay, what are the supplies you need, and shop around. It's okay to shop around, okay? If this is nothing but the best time to go ahead and get your soil, to really start to learn and look at your garden from where it has progressed and from the summertime, okay? It's no shade. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick tip on how to prepare your garden, okay? So make sure, if I'm missing something, put it in the comments below, all right? And we're going to do another video next time about your growth zone. So if this is your first time, again, welcome. This is your girl, Gardening at the Root. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, okay, so you can be notified. So again, ta-ta for now.